What's up guys, Crane here from LogicLounge.com. Today I want to talk about something that happened to me recently and tell you how you can prevent the things that happened to me to happen to you. So what happened? Well, I have a mailbox. It's not my home mailbox, but it's a mailbox at a mailbox store that I usually get all my business mail sent to. Anything to do with LogicLounge, anything about to do with my LLC, stuff like that, all gets sent to that business mailbox. And it's usually really safe and secure, and I've had no problems over the past 4.5 years that I have had this mailbox. And recently I actually had something happen to that mailbox that I'm a little bit concerned about. Basically, somebody was able to steal mail from my mailbox, and they ended up getting one of my business credit cards that I usually use for purchasing for like website hosting and stuff like that. So they ended up trying to make a couple big purchases on my card. The scary part is they were able to make at least one successful purchase. And if you don't know anything about credit cards, usually when you get them brand new, you have to activate them, and you usually have to go through a couple of security steps to activate them. This one, I actually had to log in to the website to activate, but somehow they were able to take this unactivated card and buy gas with it. They bought gas at a gas station with it. But the one place where they really screwed up, which actually alerted me to this whole thing, was they tried paying themselves $2,000 on PayPal. Like, they just tried to PayPal themselves $2,000 for my credit card. And of course, fraud protection was like, I don't think that's actually you. Can you confirm this charge? And it kind of got down into a whole whirlwind of me calling up my credit card company. They had to cancel the card. They're sending me a new one. The credit card company is fantastic. It's American Express, if you didn't, if you're wondering. And they really are a great company. They were on the ball when I called them. Like, I called them and there was no waiting in line. I actually just had to, talk to somebody. They cleared up all the charges. They got me a new card, which will be here by the end of the week. So they are really kind of like on top of the ball when it comes to fraud protection. And that's kind of where I want to talk about how credit cards are a little bit better than, like, say, debit cards. With credit cards, I mean, it's all kind of like fictitious money until you actually pay off the card. And that isn't how you should think about it, by the way. You should always think of anything that you spend on your card as pure cash money. If you don't have it on hand, don't charge it to the card. That is the philosophy that I have lived with for I don't know how many years now. So that's not the problem. But my problem with it was that they were actually able to use the card without it being activated, which turned out to be something that I'm a little bit worried about. But it's a credit card. It comes with $0 liability protection, so the charges were wiped straight off my statement, and they're sending me a brand new card. And this really doesn't hurt me at all, except I have to wait for a brand new card, which I have to wait for a card, so what? It's pretty fast service. With the new technologies nowadays, if you have any like reoccurring purchases, the credit card companies have some sort of like interface agreement where if your credit card number updates, it automatically updates on the purchaser's side as well. So if the numbers on my card changes, the places where I purchase from the most that have reoccurring purchases will automatically get that updated credit card information. This is fantastic because you don't have to go to each and every one and update your credit card information. So the question becomes, what happens if you do end up getting your credit card stolen? In my case, it was the physical card. My identity wasn't compromised at all. It was just the physical card. If that happens, just call up your credit card issuer. They will refund the charges and they will send you a brand new card. Almost every credit card nowadays gives you some sort of $0 liability protection, so you're protected on that front. But if you do have your identity stolen, somebody's opening up credit cards in your name that you don't know, then you should be locking down your credit reports. And you go to the 3 big credit bureaus and you want to put credit freezes on your credit reports. And that will prevent anybody from opening up brand new cards under your name. That is the first major step that you should do. The second one is that you should actually pull your credit and see if there's anything there that doesn't look right, like any additional cards that have been pulled up that aren't actually yours, any information that looks wrong. You can always dispute that with the credit bureaus, and they're really good usually about helping you with that. And so the to monitor your credit, I actually use two apps. I use the Experian app to check my Experian credit score, and I use the Credit Karma app to check my TransUnion and the Equifax score. There we go. I couldn't think of that last bureau. So I've got all three credit bureaus covered. The thing is, whenever I get my credit pulled, I actually get a push notification to my phone that tells me, hey, somebody pulled your credit. So I am covered on the front where I am getting notifications, both via email and phone notifications, that something is happening with my credit report. And that's how I generally keep myself safe, is checking to see if anybody's pulled my credit who I haven't authorized to pull my credit, and if there's anything suspicious, locking down your credit report and just checking out to see what may have been opened up. The process is kind of long and daunting, but it shouldn't hurt you too much if you do it in a timely manner and everything can get itself resolved. So it happened to me. It's a little scary at first, but once you kind of break it down into the simple steps that you should do, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever in returning your credit right back to where it actually happened. In my case, like I said, it was just the physical card stolen, so I don't have to go through all those extra steps of locking down my credit reports and seeing what extra credit cards might have been opened up under my name. So just keep that in mind next time you're looking at maybe opening a credit card. Maybe go ahead and sign up for all those monitoring services. Make sure to do the free ones. Don't ever pay for credit monitoring. It's not worth it, and it's not something you should ever have to pay for. The free ones are totally worth it. Like I said, the Experian app and the Credit Karma app, both two fantastic apps that offer free kind of basic credit monitoring. They'll monitor you and tell you if somebody's pulled your credit score or anything like that. And that's usually how credit cards are opened, is they pull your credit report. And then you also have access as well every year to pull your own credit report for free. So if you haven't done that, you can pull your own free credit report. I'll have links in the description down below. I think it's freecreditreport.com is what it is. It allows you to pull, I think, your credit report twice a year, I think, is what it allows you to do. And that's just a general thing that you can do to monitor your credit score, monitor your credit accounts, to make sure that you are in the clear, okay, and you're not compromised in any way. It's generally a good idea to check that out when you can have the chance to do that. And your credit kind of runs your life. And so it's kind of very important that you do this. I mean, your credit can not only for credit cards, but for loans, for mortgages, for renting apartments, and for large purchases. They may pull your credit report to see how good of a person you are and if you're going to pay back these large purchase amounts. Cars as well is another big thing. So make sure that it's clear, you know your credit score number, it's a good number, you're not in debt, you're not accruing interest on any of your credit cards. I mean, all those simple steps will keep you free and clear. So there is my story. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Leave a like, a share, a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in our next video.